They're safe in hotel rooms. No. Paris speakeasy code. Code to enter. Oh. Move a thing or put coins to the slot to get in. What the fuck? Load the fucking pictures. Musée de Chocolat. No, that's definitely not it. Mescal? What the fuck? It's definitely not that. What the fuck? Little Red Door, Paris, better no. Paris Speakeasy license plate code. Paris license plate code. That's just gonna give me fuck. Wow, fucking finally, after like 7 minutes. Okay, I gotta open this and continue trial, USB. Can I get this to work, please? Oh. numbers anymore. What have I done differently? Also, I didn't mean to close that. Oops. And this. Is there anyone here? I yearn for attention, please.
I'm in Paris and I found the weirdest thing ever. Does anyone understand what this is? First of all, there's this old car. Hello. So here it says wine bar, but when you look in the window, it's really, really strange. First of all, you need a code to get in, and there's this really weird room. Like, what is it? Like, there's no doors or anything. It's just this really strange blue room with candles. Like, what the hell? It honestly looks like a bathroom. Like, I don't know what it is. So I'm in Paris and I found the weirdest thing ever. Does anyone understand what this is? First of all, there's this old car. Hello. So here.
Willie's Wine Bar, old car, maybe. Paris. Willie's Wine Bar, old car. That's so weird. What is that? Paris locked blue room? Lovelock Bridge, the blue room. Is there... It can't be. I'm almost certain that this is not what I'm looking for. Whatever, fuck off. But it's just so weird. What is that?
It says wine bar, but when you look in the window, it's really, really strange. First of all, you need a code to get in, and there's this really weird room. Like, what is it? Like, there's no doors or anything. It's just this really strange blue room with candles. Like, what the hell? It honestly looks like a bathroom. Like, I don't know what it is. So I'm in Paris and I found the weirdest thing ever. Does anyone understand what this is? First of all, there's this old car.
Fuck, what does that say? Restaurant what? Restaurant Before? Restaurant Before. Okay. Ooh, I'm on a fucking detective journey. Okay, so Le Grand Before, so it should be like right there. So I need Street View is what I need. I'm gonna close that. Might as well close this for right now too. Okay, so I guess that's Le Grand Before. How do I do Street View? Street View, Street View. Beep. No, so it should be here. What am I doing? Okay, so we have street view. Oh, that's it. So I guess we're on the back of Willie's Wine Bar. But like, what is that? 18 Rue de Bourgeois. I don't know how to speak French. That's probably not right. Um, 6 photos. Club 18. Is that what it is? Is that a dance club? What the fuck? Not now. Maybe that's what it is. Because what is this? Yeah, that's Museo. So it probably is that. Because now we're on 16. And then right in front of this door is 18. So there's just a club underneath? Hi, Cam. You're fine. You're still the first one here. I've been looking for something. So, let me do this again. It's one of the TikToks that I sent you. So just hold on.
Hello. So here it says wine bar, but when you look in the window, it's really, really strange. First of all, you need a code to get in, and there's this really weird room. Like, what is it? Like, there's no doors or anything. It's just this really strange blue room with candles. Like, what the hell? It honestly looks like a bathroom. Like, I don't know what it is. So I'm in Paris and I found the weirdest thing ever. Does anyone understand what this is? First of all, there's this old car. Hello. So here it says wine bar, but when you look in the window, it's really, really strange. First of all, you need a code to get in.
Yeah, so it's this, and I was just looking to see like what it was because I was like, that'd be super cool if it's a speakeasy, but I don't think it's a speakeasy, and so I found it on Google. It's right there, and the address here says 18 Rue de whatever the fuck, Beaujolais, but then. Yeah, I'm just like looking around and trying to see if I can figure out what the fuck it is, but remarkable buildings, number 18. Whiskey a Go-Go, maybe? not in Paris. Discotheque. No, fuck off with Hollywood. I don't care about California. Maybe this one? I just want to see what that fucking door is. No, this is Sunset Strip again. Fuck off with the Sunset Strip. Called the first. Bought the whiskey. The club was built as a discotheque. Elmer Valentine. Cigarette. Whiskey go franchises. Whiskey played an important role. What the fuck? There's no mention of the France one. Oh. Why doesn't this one have a page? Listen, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with this weird little thing. Trying to figure out what's going on with this weird little door that some random Irish lady found in Paris, France. If you think about it, I am doing some investigations miles away. That was pretty good, right? Paris rock and roll circus. No, that's not it. No, show me number fucking 18, my guy. Okay, whatever, fuck that. Okay, so it's this, and I'm pretty sure it's a nightclub. I'm pretty sure it's like a gay club or a nightclub or something. Fuck, I wish I could look inside. It's right under this thing, Willie's Wine Bar, which is a wine bar. And it's listed as 18 on this street, and when I look up this street, it gives me Club 18, which has very funny pictures, by the way. Let's take a look at these Yelp pictures for this place. Hilarious. Just this homie wanted to get laid so bad. He just put his picture on the Yelp page. He was like, please, I beg of you, I need to get fucked. Very funny to me. Hilarious, even. Hey, Rambo. I saw a TikTok of this Irish lady in France, and she found this random little, spot. And she couldn't figure out what it was, because you needed a code to get in, there was no sign on the door, there was nothing. And so I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck, it is, just because it intrigued me. Accept, close. Is it this one? No, this doesn't help me. I can't read French. Wikipedia Commons? This isn't right. This isn't what I'm looking at. 18 Rue de Beaujolais. Man, what the fuck, man? It's that. It's so close. I'm tantalizingly close to the truth, and I don't know what it is. Close that. Close that. Fine. I'll play this fucking game, since it's what you all are here for. But if I could find out more about this cool private bar, maybe they would let me in. No, they wouldn't. I don't speak French. I still haven't had my daily G Fuel. Because they've got to advertise it somehow, right? I believe. Wow, this is just like Persona 5. This is kind of loud. Oops, Edgeworth burned his house down. Let's see if I can recount the events of the last case. Last case, we found out that Edgeworth and Gumshoe have both met Kay before when she was a little baby girl because her dad, who was a high-ranking prosecutor, got killed by somebody because he and another detective were on the track to pinning the to revealing the identity of the Yatagarasu, and then the witness or the defendant that they pulled instead accused the prosecutor, aka Kay's dad, of being the Yatagarasu, which he actually was, but there was another one that was doing bad shit, and that's the one that they wanted to expose. And then they're like, whoa, this is unprecedented and weird. And then they took a recess from court, and then those two bodies were found dead. The defendant and Kay's dad were both found dead. And Kay was also just at the courthouse because I guess it was bring your fucking daughter to work day. And so now we know that we've met Kay before, and we were like, whoa, we remember you now. And she's like, wow, great. And now we're kind of just trying to find, I guess, this second bad Yatagarasu. That's it. That's what happened in the second case. Yummy, yummy. My G Fuel. Ah, poor Edgeworth. Never a single fucking break in his little life. Ugh. Ugh. It's cold. What the fuck? Why is it cold? It's usually so warm in my room. Ugh. Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly the phrase, the fragility of dreams, comes to mind. Ugh. Ugh. What are you talking about, fragile dreams? Come on, let's go. The fake the fake Yadagarsu, who was actually the defense attorney in the last case. The bitch who kept laughing. I don't know if you saw her. Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid a visit last night, but you were fake. Got it. Okay, so this is where it, like, sets it all into, like, order and stuff. Which is weird. I don't know why they didn't just do it in order in the first place, but whatever. Fuck me, I guess. Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far. So I must insist that you be patient on this one, Kay. What's with you today? Are you sure you aren't sleep-talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important that I want you to see. Oh, and that is... a gun! Bah! Take a look at this. Yadagarsu sends card to embassy. On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. That's quite a bold declaration to send to an embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that a newspaper would catch wind of this. The date the card mentions is today. Today, huh? Come on, we've got to hurry. The embassy awaits. I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating? Well, it's some really special country, and I'm actually really fuzzy on the details. But never mind that, where's all your energy? Why are you so lackadaisical today? I'm not, okay? You're just too wound up. Well, then you should get too wound up too. Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman. You mean Miss Yu? The woman who killed Kay's father, Burn Faraday, 7 years ago. He deserved it. His name was Burn. Callisto Yu. She claimed to be the great thief Yadagarasu, and then disappeared from the courtroom.
Ah, she makes me so mad. The phony. Everyone knows that the real Yadagarasu would never send something like a calling card until a company's underhanded dealings are made public.
The target is always totally unaware that the Yadagarasu has paid them a visit. I think I might be dying, guys. Every time I, like, stretch or, like, move my head, like, up and back a little bit, my chest hurts. I think I might be dying. I think it might be over for me. That's what makes the real Yadagarasu so awesome. The Yadagarasu's card that's shown in this article. It looks to me as though it could be genuine. See, that's the thing. Whoever it is, that person isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yadagarasu. If this isn't include that that woman's involved, then nothing is. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, out the door you go. Oh, please, my tea. I just want a day to myself. Wait, there are a few preparations I must make before we go. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. It's of a different color than the one in the article, which makes me wonder why. What's up? Any reason why you're boring a hole through the newspaper with your eyes? No. No reason at all. Very well. Seeing as how Miss Yu is also somewhat of a special nature to me, I agree there is some merit to be found in investigating this. I knew you'd come around. Theatrum Neutralis. What the fuck? Oh. Yo. P Princess, S Samurai, child. There's a child. Yo. Huh. What a coincidence. Who would have thought that a Steel Samurai stage show. Steel Samurai stage show. Fuck that. Would ever be held at such an elegant theater instead of foreign embassy. Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Steel Samurai sushi slice. I'm tired of all these fucking S's, man. I got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. I suppose it really is more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. I have to say, though, this embassy's set up kind of funny. I mean, they have two countries sharing the same building. Well, as you said yourself, this place and the countries it houses are very special. Even this theater is special in that it is a neutral zone shared by the two countries. What the fuck? There's no way that's like a real thing anywhere. So let me get this straight. The Steel Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the two countries. That's a lemon. That's a lemon right there in the middle. The one that's called the Kingdom of Alabas, right? Yes, it would appear that the Steel Samurai is very popular in that country as well. Seems that way. But you know who I'm really into? The Jammin' Ninja. The Republic of Babal is sponsoring a Jammin' Ninja stage show. That's something for fangirls like me. We've totally got to see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. The Jammin' Ninja show is gonna kick the Steel Samurai show's ass! Was that not a lemon? That looked like a lemon, my guy. It looked like a JoJo palette swap lemon. You know, ever since I first met this girl, I've always had this inkling that what she really wants to be is not a thief, but rather a ninja. So anyway, about today's event, what's it called again? The Kingdom of Alabast versus the Republic of Babal Goodwill Jubilee. Like, come on. Hold on. Pause. That's a flower, not a lemon. Oops. Definitely a flower. It's a flower. It's not a lemon. Sorry, the circle threw me off, okay? I thought it was a fruit rind. And now I see it's like a shitty little hibiscus or something. The small European countries of the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babal. These two countries used to be a single entity that was abundant with nature. And it was called the Principality of Oh, so we're in the Kodopian Embassy again. Is everything alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm alright. Moving on. After a period of civil unrest, this country split in two, though signs of their past remain. For example, their flags preserve the flower... the flower and butterfly motifs to this day. The butterfly could use a little work. Kodopia, huh? The KG-8 incident, and what was referred to as the second KG-8 incident, in which an embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of Kodopia. In the 7 years that have passed, the country may have split into two. However, the Yatagarasu still sent a calling card here. What could it all mean? Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me. What were we talking about again? If you could please stop spacing out on me. Oops, I didn't mean to press that. Anyway, we were talking about the Alabas versus Babal Goodwill Jubilee. The two countries have had a pretty bad relationship with each other, but supposedly they've been trying really hard to make up recently. That's why they decided to hold this event. If that's the case, then why the verses? Also, both countries claim to own the real primitive statue, a national treasure to both. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today to see which one's the real deal. Okay. Need I remind you to take care and not succumb to your thieving desires? Well, when it comes to treasure, I can't help myself. You know that. Ugh. She had better be saying that in jest. Hey, I can read your body language, you know, and you've got it all wrong. Hold on. Not that. I think it's... Oh, this one for sure. And let's do a little bit of that. Just because this makes it a little bit easier for me. Lock that. And come back here. Okay. You see this dude right here? He clearly is a news camera guy, right? Then we have this lady up here who's very obviously a news reporter. He's not pointing at her, and she's interviewing fuck all. What is going on here? This is a very bad newscast. Get your camera off my fucking 17-year-old daughter, please. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. I know. And although we don't know if the Yatagarasu will really make an appearance, I suppose we should still spend some time examining this place. Alright. And we're turning that off. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's her! Oh my god! It's Lotta Hart! I seem to remember this woman from somewhere, yet my instincts are directing me not to engage in conversation with her. Perhaps it would be best if I left her alone. Look at her! It's Lotta Hart! Skeezy as always. It appears that the child is watching a video from the first season of the Steel Samurai.
Go, go, keep on fighting until your last breath. Go, my hero, the Steel Samurai.
Completely absorbed in singing the theme song, I'll say. I'll let this child watch in peace. Who are you interviewing? And we're here reporting live from the Theatrum Neutralis. As you can see, tonight's audience is full of enthusiasm. Let's see what this member of the audience has to say. Okay, that was good. Let's do one more run through. Excuse me, but when you're ready to film for real, would you mind giving me a call? I sense that she didn't hear a single word I just said. That's because you only said a single word, my guy. Okay, that's good. Alright, now give me a dramatic slam right there. He's just sliding around the floor. Well, he's obviously working. I guess we should just leave him alone. Hey, who the fuck are you? This is the perfect angle. Oh, he's recording that guy. You know, I've seen a lot of these shows in a bunch of other places, but today's show, it was like they went for a complete comedy, know what I mean? Yeah, in that last move, the sushi slice, I couldn't help but laugh. I know, right? And that Pink Princess movements were really stiff. In the middle of the show, I could swear that I heard her hip crack. Oh, I know. Fuck. I suppose there's no graceful way to enter this conversation. It's Fat Phoenix. 10 more minutes. No, in 5 more minutes. But isn't it really bad for me to spend time doing this? It's no use. Would someone just please tell me what I should do? You appear to be troubled by something. May I be of any assistance? Leave me alone. I'm trying to figure out just the right time to talk to that girl over there. And if I mess up, it'll be because I'm talking to you right now. Somehow, I get the feeling he's about to fall flat on his face. Well, let's just do as he wishes and leave him alone. Fat Phoenix. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. It's the Alabastian Embassy. Now, unless you have some business with the embassy, I suppose I can't really claim to have any business with the embassy right now. Well, you don't have to be so rude about it, Mr. Guard. Huh. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what's beyond these doors. The Babalese embassy is just beyond these doors, sir. Do you have some business with the embassy? Do you require immediate access? No. That's quite alright. Are you sure, sir? Anyone and everyone is always welcome in the Republic of Babal. Well then, since we're here... An embassy is in some sort of theme park, okay. You're such a buzzkill. What the fuck am I supposed to do? There's nothing here. The national flag of the Kingdom of Alabas is on display here. The crest on it features a flower. Or a lemon, perhaps. Flowers and butterflies are kind of rare motifs for flags, don't you think? Well, when they used to be Cadopia, the government used to take pride in its land. The citizens also love the rich, bountiful nature all around them, thus the design. Hey, if the Steel Samurai got popular enough, do you think they'd put them on their flag? Or are you in your right mind? Okay. Or maybe the Jammin' Ninja would make a better candidate. Huh. Don't make me laugh, Kay. Only the Steel Samurai deserves such an honor. These flowers were sent by Global Studios. Global Studios? That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They've been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio's being remodeled. Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. Okay, you can read? That mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's its name? You mean Mrs. Monkey? Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. What the fuck is Mrs. Monkey? I don't remember that shit. The national flag of the Republic of Babal is on display here. The crest on it features a butterfly. It's really rare to see a national flag featuring animal on it. I don't think that's true. With really chic things on them? Chic things. I mean, yeah, Miss Monkey is in relation to Global Studios, but I don't remember that. Although, by my definition, there aren't really any flags that feature a chic object. Aw, that's too bad, because if there was, I was thinking about stealing it. The big statue. I remember, like, a big statue breaking. I don't remember what the fuck it looked like. Miss Monkey. Oh, that is not what I was looking for. Oh, that's right. Oh, it's Mr. Monkey. Yeah, it's called Mr. Monkey, and Edgeworth just mistakenly referred to it as Miss Monkey, and I guess that was a callback to his mistake back then. Also, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. There's nothing here. There's a very festive atmosphere in here. Yep, super festive. I'm really happy for the Kingdom of Alabas and the Republic of Babal. It's great that they have re-established diplomatic relations. The newspapers say that it's almost like they're Cadopia once again. Perhaps we are bearing witness to a historic moment in time. Hey, look! They're selling some commemorative merchandise to celebrate this event. Founders Cadopia biscuits. And over here, they're selling Royal Cadopia biscuits. It would seem that they have yet to reconcile their competitive spirit. Literally, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's not quite anything for me to do. I do believe there are pamphlets about the two embassies here on this table. Oh, neutral theater. Oh, that's kind of interesting, actually. It still looks weird to me. The country split into two a few years back. and they've shared the building and its grounds 50-50 ever since. Oh? I guess it's because they don't have the money to build two separate ones, huh? I should think that that's not the reason why. Okay. I suppose I'll just help myself to one of these. All done. Fuck yeah. What is all the hubbub? Hey, look. It's the Steel Samurai. And he's got a son, the Iron Infant. Excuse me? Always a banger. This track slaps. May I speak with you for a second? It's the Steel Samurai. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? Please excuse me. It's just that I've never seen a superhero up close before. It looks like he's written something down for you. To Edgeworth, from Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of New Old Tokyo. Wow, an autograph. Pretty cool that you got one, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Ha. I'm hanging this in my office and nobody's gonna stop me. Mr. Steel Samurai, Ambassador Alba is waiting for you. How did he have a child? What seed did he shoot into whomst? But rather can be thought of as a goodwill ambassador between the two countries. Yeah, I also love that he loves the Steel Samurai, but like refuses to like really show it, so he's like really like shy and cautious about it. There he goes, off to spread goodwill to the world. He really does seem like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment now. Cue camera. In just a few seconds, the Jammin' Ninja stage show is set to begin. After the show, the Jammin' Ninja will enter the Republic of Babal. He's set to meet with the ambassador of Babal at that time. The Jammin' Ninja show's about to start. We've got to get back to our seats. Regrettably, I don't have much of an interest in ninjas. Well, this show will change your mind. Come on, we have to hurry. If we miss even a second of the Jammin' Ninja's awesome playing, I'll never forgive you. Grr. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, Kay? I could listen to that A Ninja Marked for Death's Lullaby song all day. His superb playing and that sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice. Now that's the Jammin' Ninja's greatest weapon. I don't care. Give me my money back. Those pieces of Jammin' Ninja merchandise over there, I've got to have them. Steal it. I especially want the hair sticks they're selling exclusively at these shows. They're exactly like the ones the heroine, Princess Missola, wears in her hair. That's gonna play a part later, guaranteed. Someone's gonna be like, I bought these earlier, so I wasn't at the show. I simply bought these earlier. And we're gonna be like, just kidding. These were sold only at this show, exclusively. Anyway, hold it right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the Yatagarasu will be making an appearance tonight. Most likely it was simply a prank. No way! I just know the Yatagarasu will show. But I thought you said that the Yatagarasu doesn't send calling cards. Yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wind up being a wild goose chase. But that card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. A genuine fake. Well, how can I word this? The Yatagarasu's mark that's on the calling card is exactly the same as my mark. Get it now? Ooh, we've got a problem. The Yatagarasu's been spotted in Alabast. What? You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Ha! So you finally decided to show yourself, you phony. punk bitch! Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but I will need to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey, the Steel Samurai just waltzed straight on through without one. Now, if you don't hurry up and let me through, my phone is gonna escape. Okay, calm the fuck down. Okay, a country's embassy is considered to be a part of the country itself. If you don't go through the proper procedures to enter the country... Mr. Edgeworth, I'm gonna enter through a ball and climb over the wall into Alabas. I don't think that's how that works. You would tell a prosecutor straight out that you intend to illegally enter another. Okay, are you listening to me? Okay, Ferdinand, I'm coming through. Yes, and welcome. Someone stop her. Anyone! Ah, shit. My child has gone loose. Okay, where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some way over this fence. Ah! Fire! This is too big for us to handle. Looks like the Aragasu came to Baban too. You accursed Yaragarasu. Kay! You had better be alright, wherever you are. Damn. I thought that was his apartment. Turns out it's an embassy. I don't think that's better. Oh my god, it's that bitch again. Secretariat? Like the horse? I told you it wasn't me. Okay, I swear to God, if you ever run away from me again, I'm gonna kill you. Do I look alright to you? Now, can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of this? Ugh. Well, sorry, it's, this. Who the fuck is that? Oh, it's Manning Coochie. It wasn't me. He was already dead when I ran in here, hot on the heels of the fake Yaragarsu. Look, I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the open-air stage. A suspicious person. That was you, bitch. A long black coat and a hood over their head. I dare you to tell me that's not suspicious. When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they must be the fake Yaragarsu, so I chased after them into the embassy, then into here, and then lost sight of them. But I just know that person is the one who did it. What are you so worked up over? Wait, what? I forgot what her fucking voice was. What are you so worked up over? I don't think I gave her a voice, actually. Oh yeah, I didn't. What are you so worked up over? There's no reason for you to be this loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary. Sheena, I believe your name is, correct? And if you are making an arrest, I assume you have evidence that it was Kay who committed the crime. Is that also correct? You refuse to answer? We don't need to answer. You are merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning you have no investigative authority. Hey, pal, just what the heck does what you said? Just what the heck does what you just said mean? If it happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction. The end. And seeing as how this building is sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we would like. Unfortunately, detective, embassies are a different matter. Huh? This office is considered to be a part of the Republic of Bobal, which means that anything that happens in here defaults to the control of the Babalese government and Babalese law, giving them exclusive extraterritorial rights. Oh my god. Extraterrestrial rights? Sir, do you really believe that the truth is out there? Also, I don't think that's how you spell extraterrestrial. Basically, our country's laws do not apply inside the embassy of another country. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Our authority to investigate was effectively nullified the second we entered this place, which means we can do little here in this situation. No way, sir. Please leave this matter in Interpol's hands and go home. Ugh. Fuck. Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, you're not Mr. Edgeworth. Oh no, it's that bastard. Who the fuck is that? Who's this blonde bitch? Ambassador Paleno, I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. Paleno. Oh, he's got a butterfly on him, so I think he's from... probably the Babalese government, right? Manny was my secretariat, so of course I want to help you as much as I can. In fact, it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Franziska. Well, I never imagined that I'd meet you here of all places. This is an embassy, meaning that you have no authority to conduct... already? What is it? Ambassador Paleno. And you are? I'm Miles Edgeworth, public prosecutor. I ask that you please allow me to investigate this case as Miss Von Karma's assistant. Assistant? Miles? What the heck do you think you're... Please, I implore you, Ambassador Paleno. Very well. I'll be counting on the two of you, Miss Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. What did you mean by you'll be Miss Von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do I, detective? If I don't become Franziska's assistant, I can't participate in this investigation. There you go again, running at the mouth with that aloof expression on your face. Franziska, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet, but at least I do know one thing. That you are now my subordinate. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you, should you have a brain lapse. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you are done playing games. Right, let's begin the investigation. By the way, detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? Well, better late than never, I guess so. I was placed on guard duty for the Babalese embassy today. Ugh, big stretch. There's that chest pain again. Ooh, I think I'm dying. And why are our police guarding an embassy? Well, on account of the card they got from the Yatagarasu, they called us up and asked for our help, sir. Oh, and because we've been searching for the Yatagarasu these past 7 years. It was a more or less mutually beneficial arrangement, you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. It looks like you failed to competently perform your guard duty yet again. Look forward to your next salary negotiation. Although, it's out of my hands. But sir, if it gets cut anymore, I won't be able to buy even packet noodles anymore. That sounds like it's not my problem. To Mr. Edgeworth, Steel Samurai Daddy. This is the worst handwriting I've ever seen in my life. Also, how old is, 19. 7 years, so she was 12? I thought she was like 10. Oh no, I think Kay was 10. Oh my god, look at this. She's like strangling her. What the fuck? What kind of fucked up garbage is this? Hello? Police? Unhand my daughter. Kay, are you alright? You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right? Yes, of course I don't. And I promise to prove that it wasn't you. That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise of you to give up while you can. No, I don't think so. Kay isn't lying, and my investigation will prove that to be true. Go ahead and try then if you're that confident. I can't allow this to continue on this way. I must prove her innocence post-haste. Yeah, she's literally just like fucking chokeholding her. Look at her. This is fucked up, my guy. Can I help you, sir? Sorry, but Interpol is still conducting its investigation beyond this point. I'm a subordinate of Miss Von Karma. Is there some reason on why I'm being denied access? My superior clearly stated, don't you dare let anyone near the site, you got it? If I let you examine the site, my superior will get really angry at me. He's gonna get mad.
I'm a little baby. I don't want to get yelled at. Oh.
You know, Mr. Edgeworth, I feel really bad for the guy, so why don't we do as he says? Yeah, I suppose we might as well. Let's examine this shitty little corpse. Fuck you, Manny Coochie. So our victim was the secretariat of this embassy, I take it. Manny Coochie. I heard that he was an admirable person. Very admirable. The cause of death is a stab to the base of his neck. He was lax and watching his back. We were fortunate that the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it would have made identifying him a hassle. So Mr. Coochie was stabbed to death in the middle of a raging fire. What in the world happened inside this room? I think he got stabbed, and then the fire was set. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Is that a chicken leg? There appears to be something in his pocket. Oh, just kidding. It's the key. I thought it was a chicken. It looks like a chicken bone. This key. It can't be. Isn't this the Yadagarasu's key that was stolen 7 years ago? What? What's that? 7 years ago. Oh! You mean that case where I was framed, sir? It's your fault for not doing your fucking job, Gumshoe. I love you, but fuck. Yes. It's the piece of evidence that stole the life of Kay's father 7 years ago, which was then stolen by Callisto Yu. What? Mr. Faraday was killed with his keys, sir? You were there. Were you not listening? I thought he was killed with a knife. Oh, thank you, Franziska. Scarfy, at the very least, try to remember the details of crimes you were a suspect in. Franziska, as you will recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Miss Yume... Was? What? I thought he was. Plus, even among law enforcement, only a few knew of this key's existence. I doubt that a new rookie at the time would have been made privy to such knowledge. Ugh, I feel like the victim right now, all trampled on, sir. I suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. The secret to this key is... What, I have to do it? Fuck off. Ka-chink! Oh, that's amazing, sir. It's like some kind of magic trick. I knew it. This is the same exact piece of evidence that Mrs. Yu took with her. I remember this beautiful pattern in the blade. I remember this as well. It's a vine motif, isn't it? Yes, it looks like two interwoven vines crisscrossing down the blade. Vines, sirs? I think it looks like a bunch of stars, if you ask me. It's one of those six-sided stars, just like the police mark on IDs. What? What the fuck is Gumshoe looking at? How does that look like a star? I really don't think you can call these stars. To say that the detective's art sense is undeveloped would be an understatement. The real question is why was the Babylese Embassy Secretariat holding this? While we don't know how Mr. Cochin came to possess this key, we do know that this was stolen by the Yadagarsu from the Kodopian Embassy. That's right. Mr. Faraday had written that fact down in his organizer. I believe this means that further research is required into the country of Kodopia. Why don't you ask Ambassador Paleno about what he knows? Supposedly, he was a candidate to be the next Kodopian ambassador once long ago. He should be able to answer any specific questions you may have. Is this knife the murder weapon? I don't know. Edgeworth, why don't you look at the fucking blood on the blade? Some preliminary testing has been conducted. According to the results, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The blade shape was also found to be consistent with the stab wound. I suppose this means that we now know that the crime was committed with this knife. This knife's got some really fancy ornamentation going on, huh, sir? This thing practically screams artsy at me, too. Although, it's also covered in blood. Just like the last thing that I said was artsy. The handle is pristine. There's not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe it has a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful. This man. Where do I know him from? It's a knife wound. It's obvious that he was killed with, but I wonder if it's consistent with the wound. Indeed. I think I only have one logic. Yeah. A butterfly-shaped guard adorns the handle of the murder weapon. Let me scope this out real quick. Okay, so I think that was it for that. Fuck off, let me examine this. The ceiling fan must have fallen from the sea. Incredible work, Edgeworth. You've done it again. Your brain never ceases to amaze me. The ceiling fan must have fallen from the ceiling. A ceiling fan? What does one of those do? Gumshoe. Gumshoe's like especially stupid in this case. What the fuck? Exactly what it sounds like it does. It's a fan that's installed on one's ceiling. Well, if I had one of those in my room, I bet I'd go dizzy from staring at it as I slept. Detective Gumshoe. In the real world, we close our eyes when we sleep. Absolutely incredible. Because this is a national treasure, can I ask that you please not touch it? I'm afraid the only ones allowed to touch it are myself and the secretary. But there is a possibility that it is related to the murder, wouldn't you agree? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give up for now? We can force them to let us investigate it later when we find some solid proof. I suppose I don't have a choice here. This must be one of the Prima Duck statues Kate was talking about earlier. Is it just me? Or does this man look just like the Steel Samurai? They could be twins. Yeah, it really does. It's probably one of like the discounted ones. This one's the Fool's Gold Samurai. Hey, it's another butterfly. I believe it is the symbol of the Republic of Babal. Oh, there we go. A drawing this big on the wall of an embassy. It definitely conveys a sense of overwhelming patriotism. Well, I've got a lot of patriotism too, sir. The reason I became a cop in the first place was because I wanted to protect the country. You may want to, detective, however I've yet to see the fruits of your desire. You don't have to be so blunt about it, sir. Oh, let me logic that real quick. Ooh, I got scared for a second. I thought it wasn't gonna connect. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? The design on the knife's handle greatly resembles a special Bombalese species of butterfly. It does, doesn't it? Plus, it says right here, this knife is property of the Republic of Babal. Edgeworth, you've done it again, King. Perhaps this means that the knife used in the crime was found right in this room. Mr. Edgeworth, there's still something on this display rack, sir. Ah, knives, huh? Although, the blades are all that remain of them, unfortunately. I guess the handles all got burnt off by the fire. Ah, so even the knives fell victims to the fire. Ambassador Peleno, are these knives yours? Why, yes, they are. He did it. They are a special set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbol of Babal. These butterfly-themed knives, along with Alabast's own set of knives, are comprised of 3 knives each. But I can't believe the Babalese ones have been reduced to this state. Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tang of this blade. Ambassador Paleno, what is this notch here for? Oh, that! It's a feature of these knives where you can freely exchange the handles on them, so that we can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. I see. So these knives were constructed so that the handles could be easily removed. This dude is def guilty of something, but that oh yeah, no, that butterfly, oh, you know what they say about butterflies, baby, yeah. MILF tat. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do this again. Definitely guilty of something. He's a fucking weirdo. Also, BRB, real quick. Bathroom time. I'll be right back. I live in a hellish little void where I love the taste of G Fuel, and I consume it every time I stream because it gives me energy, but it, as all other energy drinks do, makes me need to go poo-poo. I live in hell. This is hell that I live in. This vicious little circle of shit. These shelves are lined with American souvenirs and memorabilia. It's really strange, isn't it? I mean, I thought this was the Balinese embassy. You're a fool, Gumshoe. So, why are there so many American souvenirs, sir? Perhaps the Balinese are studying American culture and our tourism industry. If they have plans to make the Balinese tourism industry truly flourish, then they would need to observe and study other countries' methods, I suppose. Speaking of tourism, I got these from the blonde guy earlier, sir. He said that if they bring these with me to Babal, I could trade them in for a few buffets. Oh? So how do you expect to travel to Babal? Well, the whole world's connected by the ocean, sir. If for an all-you-can-eat buffet, I'd swim all the way to Babal if I have to. Could a few simple coupons really motivate people to do such fantastic things? Gumshoe, probably. Ah, shit. I wanted to examine the clock. There's still some burnt objects scattered on the floor. Well, burnt things get burnt, and then they become burnt things, you know? What the fuck does that even mean? No, because there's no way to prove that the burnt thing started out as a burnt thing. Was it a burnt thing, or was it not? I had no idea what's going on in Musu. Yes, I suppose it's a bit hard for someone with a burnt-out light bulb to comprehend. Leave him alone. I can't believe that money fell among thieves tonight. Without him, I have no idea what my schedule for tonight is. Ambassador Polano, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of listening to reports from the police. That, and only that. I ask you to cooperate not only for your own sake, but for Mr. Coochie's as well. You're as a strong man, aren't you? How fascinating. Yeah, I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have these. I'm sorry, but it would be against my principles to accept a bribe. Oh, no. These are simply coupons we distribute to promote Babal. Remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit lovely Babal. Something's weird about this country. Now I remember. The Republic of Babal is known for its feverish tourism industry. Manic Coochie, baby. Manic Coochie. I was wondering if you might tell me a bit about the deceased, Manic Coochie. He was my secretary, and the embassy secretariat charged with running the whole place. He was an admirable man. His death is a great loss to our country. He was in charge of everything, accounting, printing, taking care of our national treasures. I'm sorry, but did you say printing? Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlets, flyers, coupons, etc., we have a printing press here at our embassy. I see. Please excuse my forwardness, however, I feel I should mention that I have the distinct impression that I've met him before. Oh, yes. Since you are of the legal profession, I suppose you just might have. After all, Manic Coochie was involved in the KG8 incident. The KG8 incident? The defendant who was found innocent in that case was Manic Coochie. So your Mr. Coochie is the same man as the one in that case. It's been 10 years. Manny recovered personally from that case and dove enthusiastically into this job. He was the one who planned this event and was to oversee this embassy's renovations. It really is a shame. He had such a bright future ahead of him. Weird. Sus. This dude's sus. What exactly did you mean earlier by renovations? We can have tourists and visitors to our embassy think we're a poor nation, can we? So renovating the embassy is something of an investment. We may have a rather paltry budget, but we're trying our best to make do. I've seen this a lot in this game, where they say make do, D-U-E, but I'm almost 100% sure that the saying is make do, D-O, not D-U-E. Let me check this out. Make do or make do? In conclusion, make do is a two-word verb phrase that is acceptable in modern English of today's world. It means to make the best of whatever is provided in the unsuitable situation. Make due means the same, however it's just an older version of the word that is no longer accepted. Gotcha. Okay, well, that cleared it up. So it's just an older version of it. Who localized this? An 80-year-old? However, I guess the only person who could have helped us do our best is now no longer with us. This dude's sus as fuck, my guy. Ambassador Pauline, I was wondering if I may ask you about Codopia. Codopia? Alright, what would you like to talk about? First, I'd like to ask you about this key. What about this key? I found it sticking out of Mr. Coochie's pocket. I believe it originally belonged to this embassy, is that correct? Upon close inspection, it seems that this key is shaped like a butterfly. That's not all about this key. It's also capable of changing into a knife. Oh! How fascinating. Is it possible that the ambassador didn't know about the existence of this key? In its knife form, there is a flower mark at the base of the blade. I don't know why I said blade like that. That was weird. I guess this knife might be from when we used to be a part of Cordopia. And how did you come to that conclusion? It has both of Cordopia's national symbols, the butterfly and the flower. I suppose many used this key here at the embassy back when we were still Cordopia. Ambassador Poleno, this key was stolen from the Cordopian embassy 7 days ago by Callisto Yu, otherwise known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu. Oh, really? You were not aware that Miss Yu had broken into this embassy at that time? I'm sorry I can't be of much help. I'm not very familiar with the details, you see. I only became the ambassador after Babon became its own independent nation. But if many were still alive, he would probably know about what happened back then. Mr. Coochie and Miss Yu knew each other 7 years ago. But that doesn't explain why I found the Yatagarasu's key here in the present. Sus. This guy's a freak. Miles Edgeworth. What is it? Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate. And if you wish to convince everyone else of that, you will speak to me with respect. No. What's with the giddy glint in her eyes? I don't think that'll really be necessary, Franziska. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you are still under me. I thought Franziska was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling case. So then why is she here at this embassy? The murder. I was investigating at the Alabastian embassy when I got wind of this mess. Ah, that's right. The Yatagarsu was due to appear at that embassy as well. Yes, but the difference is that we didn't have a file over there. Also, there was an incident at the Alabastian embassy as well. But I left Agent Lang in charge of that case and came over to the Babalese embassy. Ah, so Agent Lang is here as well, huh? I see you've met. Well, he's in the Alabastian embassy acting as bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. Yeah, definitely, like, talking to these fucking weirdos would be weird, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I could be a lawyer, but I think in court, I'd be stressed. I'd be sweating. Unless I was, like, super confident, in which case I would start probably laughing in their face and then be disbarred for being disrespectful. So the suspect in the murders that occurred in this office is the little girl, I see. Is she, perhaps, trying to be the Yatagarasu? Kay would never harm a soul, sir. Kay. You remember, do you not? About the case we investigated together 7 years ago? That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday. So she's that feisty little girl. Kay has been on the trail of the Yatagarasu, which is how she ended up here, looking for the one who took her father's life. I see. Kay's trying so hard, but you know what? The Yatagarasu just keeps on tricking us all. How so? The Yatagarasu sent her a card saying, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. But all we've had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract and it's going on the rap sheet. If you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that nothing was stolen tonight. I do wonder, though, if Callisto you really is the Yatagarasu. Well, I've got some logic now. Franziska's return and the stealing of the secret. Maybe? Nice. To steal your dirtiest secret. Is it possible that the dirty secret that Yatagarasu was out to steal is in this very room? Dirty secret? Franziska, you're in pursuit of some dirty, underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me that this is no coincidence. In that case then, the person I'm looking for is here in the Babalese embassy, huh? The head was a smuggling operation. I think I just might need to ask Franziska about her smuggling case in more depth. Time to chit-chat with this fucking loser. Franziska, when we last talked, you said that you were on the trail of a smuggling raid. I suppose the reason you're here right now is related to that. Yes. After analyzing the intel we've gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate, and this is what tipped us off. This accounting document. What does it say on top? It's only one page of the whole thing, so we're not sure about all the details. However, it's enough for us to grab onto the tail of the beast. For you see, this type of paper was made only in the kingdom of Cordopia. Which means that somewhere in the countries of Alabast and Bobal is the head. The one pulling the strings behind the entire smuggling ring. That's Franziska for you. She's amazing. Pursuing this case with all she has. Okay, quick theory drop. So, if this paper was only present in the kingdom of Cordopia, and Babal has a printing press directly in its embassy, I'm assuming that Manic Coochie probably printed this paper. I feel like that makes sense. I think it's how I have a key. Yes. And organizer. Oh, I can't read it. Prove someone in one of the countries is a ringleader. Is that a safe? A small personal safe. This was Manic Coochie's office, so perhaps he stored his most important documents in here. Of course it's locked. It appears we won't be able to open it without the key. Oh? Perhaps? We know for a fact that the Yatagarsu's key was used at this embassy. Furthermore, we found it in the victim, Mr. Coochie's pocket, which leads me to think that perhaps it is the key to this personal safe in this office. Good thinking, sir. Let's go try it out. Click. It appears I was correct. The key that was left to us in the victim's pocket. It literally turned out to be the key to the next piece of the truth. What do we have here? Hey, there's nothing inside. Do you think the Yatagarasu made off with everything, sir? No, detective, I believe all we need is a closer look. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. There's paper there. You think I'm dumb? What is this here? It looks like the ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir. No, I don't think it's ripped. It seems more to me like it's stuck in the safe. Hey, you're right. It won't budge an inch. Not even when I tug on it. Stop tugging on it. You're gonna rip it. Detective, I think you have it backwards. It's not the paper that's strange. It's the safe. What do you mean? What I mean is that the secret to the safe is that it has 2 compartments. Even just eyeballing it, you can see that the inside is a bit too shallow. Furthermore, with the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, I'd say that there is an extra bit of space behind the back wall of this safe. In other words, this safe has a second compartment. What? I suppose that you are correct in asserting that the paper is stuck in an unnatural manner. However, if what you say is correct and there is a second compartment, how do we go about opening the door to it then? As you can see, there's no other lock or keyhole in sight. Actually, there is one more spot of interest to me on this safe. Oh? Yes, sir, I believe that spot is the keyhole to our mystery second lock. The safe and its locks. Alright then. Since you are so sure of yourself, show me how you deduced your answer. It looks like a little alligator. Hey, there's a hole here, sir. It's a little too oddly shaped for a latch hole. Wow, that's a funny shape for a latch hole, huh? It's shaped kinda like a star, don't you think, sir? Detective, I would hardly call this shape a star. There must be some reason for this hole. Well, there's gotta be some reason why this hole's shaped so weirdly, you know? Am I overthinking this? No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Nah, there's no way I could ever do that. Detective Gumshoe, could you please be quiet for a second? You're frightening me. Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Franziska? The shape? It does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch for the safe's lock mechanism. It's just for keeping the door shut, nothing more. Is that so? The person who used this safe, Mr. Cucci, made sure this safe had 2 compartments in order to hide something. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to the hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure it out? You can't be serious. Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment of this safe? That's precisely what I'm saying. And I will prove it to you right now. That the Yatagarsu's key is the key that will open it. So what, the knife? Is the Yatagarsu's key? My own is Edgeworth. This had better be a very bad joke. Sorry, but this is no joke. The Yatagarsu's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of this safe. We know that this key opens the first compartment of the safe, but the keyhole you're talking about is of an entirely different shape than that of the key. Let's go over this again, shall we? The Yatagarsu's key was originally made to open Mr. Kushi's safe in the Kadopian embassy. We confirmed that as fact by opening the door to his safe with it. Now, let's take a look at the back end of the key. Looking at the knife portion head on, what do you see? What are you talking? It appears that you've come to understand what I'm talking about. When viewed head on, the knife's blade is the exact same shape as the keyhole. That's kind of dangerous. I don't think knives are all that strong unless this one was like purposely made to be super strong to fit in a fucking keyhole. Because it looks like a knife and was used to kill like one to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago. We fell into the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife. But for both the safe and its key to conceal such clever tricks, whatever is hidden inside their secret section must be of incredible importance. Then, it's even possible that what I've been searching for is inside. Scruffy, hurry up and open that safe. Yes, sir. Opening it now, sir. Wow. These items, it's a bunch of funny shaped things. I guess the pieces are, huh, sir? You're in the way. Now move, Scruffy. I didn't think I was in a way. These pieces of art, they're identical to ones that have been stolen from various countries around the world. I figured as much. These are the treasures this section of the safe was to hide from view. I believe a more thorough examination is required. I think that paper is going to be the last thing that I need to observe in here. These are pieces of stolen art from around the world. I wonder how much they're worth, especially this one. Scruffy, don't touch those valuable pieces of art with your filthy hands. Why? Do you have any idea of what would happen to you if one of them were to break? Let me scope this paper. Why don't we take a look at it first before we give up, detective? Oh. Mr. Coochie's name is written here on the last page. I wonder what the significance of this document is. So, deduce that with this. Take a good look at these documents, Franziska. It says that there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here. Correct. Now take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me, is it not possible that your page was taken from this set of 3? Well, it certainly looks that way. By putting our multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. And it seems that you have now found what you were looking for. Yes, and with this, it has become crystal clear that Mr. Coochie himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Babalese ink. Babalese ink? Just go to the fucking stables. Babalese ink is a special product of the Republic of Babal. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported. And that reason is, that's classified. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. In any case, it seems as the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Manic Coochie. His base was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal conditions under which to run a smuggling operation. But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rend judgment down upon with my whip of justice. Well, even if he is dead, we still have a responsibility to look into his misdeeds. You expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested. Franziska, you must know that Manic Coochie was the suspect in the KG-8 incident. Of course I know. On top of being the head of the smuggling ring, there is a matter of what really happened in that case that needs to be resolved. I didn't lose a single piece of health that entire round. My ass is fat and my brain fatter. Are you done investigating? You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one it could be. Now come along quietly, Yatagarasu K. Faraday. You are under arrest for the murder of Manic Coochie. Mr. Edgeworth, please, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I chased the fake Yatagarasu in here, and he was already... You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Now I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol makes. What is that supposed to mean? I believe I told you that K. Faraday is not the culprit of this crime. Very well. I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. Fuck off, Sheena. Why arrest K? Even your police confirmed that the Yatagarasu infiltrated the Babalese embassy tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, the Yatagarasu snuck into this embassy. Furthermore, there's no claims to be the Yatagarasu. And most importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with a body. Your reason for suspecting Kay is because you think she's the Yatagarasu. Exactly. But it isn't just me. She calls herself the Yatagarasu. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake Yatagarasu. Imposter or not, it matters not. A Yatagarasu is a Yatagarasu. Very well. Then I shall prove that Kay is not the Yatagarasu who killed Mr. Manic Coochie. Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutors of the country are made of. So I guess I'll just press everything. They may have confirmed it, but are you telling me that no one could catch the thief? If so, you're basically admitting that the Yatagarasu that committed murder eluded us. Of course. I chased after the Yadagarsu that entered the Bobbly's embassy right away. And that is also why I'm making this arrest right now. Because at the end of my long chase, there was only this girl. In any case, this is what I believe happened tonight. The confusion caused by the fire. Are you saying that the Yadagarsu was not the arsonist who started the fire? A suspicious person in a long coat was spotted in the area. Officers in the area claimed to have seen that person start the fire. It sounds like we have a phantom in our midst. Yeah. In a way, he could be considered a phantom, with the way he randomly appears. Just because she calls herself that, it doesn't prove that she's a killer. No, but it does give her a motive. The Yadagarsu sent a card saying, "I will be there to steal your dirty secret." Furthermore, there are documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. She obviously wanted to steal them. So she killed Mr. Cucci for the key. I see. However, that statement just now didn't sound right. It might be the opening I need. What? We'll press that again. So, you're claiming that Kay knew that a foreign country's embassy had such documents. As stated in the calling card, the Yadagarsu was out to steal a dirty secret, which means that the goal tonight was to steal those smuggling activity documents. You have it all wrong. It was the fake that sent that card. Your words are meaningless. If you're truly innocent, let's see some proof. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I leave it to you to handle this. Yes, I'd rather you did. The Yadagarasu's goal, huh? You can claim she's innocent, but you can't change the facts I've already outlined. I really don't think that being the first to discover the body makes her the killer by default. No, but if you saw the self-reported Yadagarsu standing in front of a body, wouldn't you get a little suspicious yourself? Even so, I'd still listen to what that person had to say before I pass judgment. Ha! Are you talking about yourself in those times when you were under suspicion? I think the pain of being falsely accused is something you really should experience. I personally know that feeling really well, sir. Given my situation, I now know exactly what it's like too. I'm fine with never experiencing it, ever. Are you done with your little group conference? So Agent Sheena suspects Kay of murder simply because Kay is the Yadagarsu. But if I can prove that the Yadagarsu's goal is not related to murder, then I may be able to begin to reason with her. She wanted to steal documents regarding smuggling, so she killed Mr. Cucci for the key. So, do I present the documents? So she killed Mr. Cucci for the key. Okay, cool. Ooh, nailed it. Agent Sheena. I regret to inform you, but there is a flaw in your logic. Oh? Even if you claim that she is the killer and the Yadagarsu, I'm certain that securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Cucci's body. Furthermore, the Yadagarsu would not be so stupid as to leave without the documents. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, it's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe at all. Then perhaps she didn't know that Mr. Cucci had the key on him. If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I can think of no reason for her to kill him if she had not known that fact. Need, reason. All of this is simply our conjecturing after the fact. It's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in. Perhaps she didn't notice the safe's second compartment before returning the key. But the fact still remains, then Mr. Cucci was stabbed to death. But you have no definitive proof that it was Kay who committed the act. Actually, I do. No, you don't, bitch. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. What? Allow me to tell you a bit more about the evidence that will put her away behind bars. You're fucking lying. Shut up, ho. Put your boobies away. No one wants to see them. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is a part of a special 3-piece set which had a design like no other. The evidence and testimony at all points to the girl. There is no counter-argument. Shut the fuck up. That is your definitive evidence. You see now that she is definitely the killer, right? No, Mr. Edgeworth, you've got to believe me. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing the suspicious person. That's right. I ran into this office only because I was chasing after that person. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights, but then... Ah! Who's there? This is... I came to this room upon hearing the girl scream, and when I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her. So the object Kay felt by her feet on the floor was the murder weapon. I had the knife analyzed right away, but we failed to find anyone's prints on it. But the suspicious person in the black coat who came into this room before me... You continue to insist that there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That... I don't know. But I know they came in here. That sounds like the desperate excuses of a suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? We can't trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth. She has a point. Even if Kay's words are the truth, I must show that they are with some solid evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't. Kay, don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that. Still not giving up, I say. In that case, try to counter my argument if you can. Don't worry, I can and I will. What the fuck? I don't know if I have any evidence for this. Okay. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is a part of a special 3-piece set which is a design like no other. The evidence and testimony at all points to the girl. There is no counter-argument. One of a set of 3 ornamental knives covered in victim's blood, blade same as wound. There's a lot of skill detailing on this handle. It would appear that the handle on this knife is removable. Let's see. Cause a death, single stab to the base of the neck. The body wasn't badly burnt by the fire. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. Easy. True. Oops. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon, which the killer was holding. Also true, except the holding part. You mean to say that you saw Kay holding the murder weapon with your own eyes? I was also in the search for the Yatagarasu. When I heard that girl scream coming from this room, I rushed over straight away. When I arrived, I saw that girl standing there motionless with a knife in her hands. But I already told you I only came in here because I was also after the Yatagarasu. The suspicious person I saw came into this room, but when I entered, it was pitch dark. I felt something by my foot on the floor, so I turned on the lights, and then you found out that it was the murder weapon at your feet. How many times do I have to tell you we can't trust the words of a suspect? The only thing you'll accept is evidence, is it? That's the only acceptable way to counter an agent of Interpol in the scene of a crime. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have some kind of evidence that can prove me innocent? I think I do, because there is one piece of evidence I find to be a bit interesting. So is it this? So this is what took Mr. Coach's life. Some of his blood is still on the blade. Some? The knives that were used to kill are always the hardest for me to bear. Unlike guns, this is one weapon where you're likely to find the victim's blood on it. Yeah, just like how this one is practically drenched in it, huh, sir? Despite that, it looks like the blood managed to miss the handle somehow. Oh! Okay, doesn't matter. I assume she obtained the knife from the display, or I can use it on the victim. Do I present the knife on this one then? Got it. I'm killing it! I'm busting all over this case. So the murder weapon was the knife with a butterfly design on it. But is that really the truth? What are you getting at? Ugh, chest pain! I really think I might be dying. I don't know what's going on. I'd like for you to take a look at this. There's blood on the blade, and yet there's no blood on the handle. I don't know why sometimes the text comes across like super slowly, and then I have to like read it super slowly. This signifies that at the time of the crime, a different handle was attached to this blade. The knife that Kay was holding had its handle switched and was in fact not the real murder weapon. It wasn't the real murder weapon. This knife can be taken apart. Shall we give it a go? Holy shit. As you can see, the Bombali's knife has now been disassembled into two parts. The killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body and proceeded to swap the knife's original handle with his butterfly one. It was all to create the illusion that Mr. Cucci was killed with the butterfly-themed knife. Oh, Jesus. This should clear up any and all suspicions surrounding Kay. Your argument isn't airtight yet. How so? It's possible that the girl herself is the one who switched the handles. Then show me the handle. Don't be ridiculous. For what purpose would she do such a thing? I don't care to know how a criminal thinks. The way they view the world is beyond the comprehension of a normal person like myself. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it may seem. The truth is right there in front of you, and this knife will show you the way. You will come to see that Kay is not and could not have been Mr. Cucci's killer. What? What is this mark on here? It's the mark of a flower. I assume you know what this means. No, not really. Butterflies rest on flowers all the time to drink the sweet nectar. And so they do. However, would this butterfly really drink the nectar of this flower? The answer is clearly not a chance. Now to prove the relationship between the butterfly and the flower with this. Ah, fuck. I need something that shows... Actually, it might be that. Reports discovered, it might be that, actually. Now to prove the relationship between the butterfly and the flower with this, I think it's the embassy guide. Ooh. You can't be serious. It appears that you've made the connection. The flower on this blade is designed after a certain country's national symbol. That's right, the Kingdom of Alabast. In other words, this blade is from one of Alabast's ornamental knives. This part of the knife handle has Babal's national symbol of the butterfly on it. Therefore, it is undeniably Babalese in origin. But as we both know, you can't kill someone with just a knife handle. Incidentally, when exactly did the murder occur again, Agent Sheena? After the fire had broken out. That's right. Kay entered the Babalese embassy after the fire had taken place. Furthermore, she had not been to the Alabastian side of the building before then. On top of that, not a single person passed between the two countries during the fire, which means that Kay could not have transported an Alabastian object over here. This makes it impossible for her to be the true killer. Get shit on, Dorcas. Woo! Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What a great victory. Huh? Hey, why is everyone so quiet? I'm happy we got this far and cleared Kay's name. But what worries me now is what will happen next. What is the meaning of this? An Alabastian knife? Here? Do you mean, how did this find its way to the Republic of Babal? It didn't just find its way over. Rather, we should focus on how it was smuggled over. You know what? My brain hurts thinking about it while we're just standing around. Thinking while you're on the run? Now that's the way a real great thief operates. Okay. Oh, thanks a bunch, Mr. Edgeworth, for proving me innocent, I mean. You believed in me the whole time, right? Tell me you did. Not really, but... Haha, come on, you don't have to be shy about it. Oh, fuck off. Your argument is still not airtight. Would you care to elaborate? I understand now that the girl didn't commit the murder. However, there is still the possibility that she is the Yatagarsu. That again, look, how many times do I have to explain it to you? I am the real Yatagarsu. I'm not like that fake one that goes around setting fires, okay? Whether you're the real deal or a fake, it doesn't really matter. All I have to say is this. I have my suspicions that this girl is the one who started the fire. Objection! Shut the fuck up! Preposterous! On what grounds do you suspect her of such a thing? The fact that she calls herself the Yatagarsu. That in itself is a most elegant proof. Miss Sheena. Yes? I have no intention of taking back any of what I've said. I am the great thief Yatagarsu, and I refuse to allow some imposter to claim that name as their own. The path of justice that my father pointed me towards, I will walk it the best I can. It's not good to be so stubborn. I hope you can understand that. Thanks a lot for the concern, Miss Sheena. Let me share something with you too, as a token of my appreciation. Those sunglasses totally do nothing for you, so I'll steal them from you next time, okay? Fuck off. Give me my sunglasses. Well, I guess we'd better get going. Going to where? To the Kingdom of Alabast. If we don't go, we won't know for sure, right? I suppose not. We won't get anywhere simply by standing here thinking. To see where the Alabastian knife came from, we'll have to pay the Alabastian embassy a visit. Let's go, Miles Edgeworth. As you are my subordinate, I will not tolerate you bringing the investigation to a halt. Understood. Gumshoe's like, okay, I'll come along too, I guess. Oh, that was it? I thought the Alabast part was also going to be a part of the first case, or first like section. That was a short section. Meow. Okay, so we're gonna pause right here real quick. Oh fuck. I want to talk about this drink that I found from Target. It's from Target's like grocery brand called Market Pantry. It's literally just Market Pantry's flavored sparkling water beverage. Like it doesn't have like a name or anything, but it's super good. They've got like cherry limeade, raspberry blackberry, peach mango. All of them are super good. All of them are super flavorful. 0 calories, no sugar, just like phenomenal beyond belief. The only thing is, oh my god, how much carbonation is in this thing. The first time that I opened one, the first one that I got was the peach mango one, because I love peach. Peach is by far my favorite flavor of anything. So I tried that, and I cracked it open, and I was literally standing in the kitchen over the sink for like a minute, just releasing carbonation from this thing, because it would not stop. And like every time after, I've like just sat here, just waiting for it to like air itself the fuck out, because if I crack it open too fast, guaranteed it will explode. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear, like, the hissing of the carbonation over the microphone, but, my god, it's insane. Like, you know, normal sodas, normal just, like, sparkling water beverages, sparkling anything with carbonation in it. You crack open the lid like a little bit once, and then you close it, and then it airs itself out kind of, and then like you can crack it open the second time that you try. With this drink, I literally have to air it like 4 to 5 different times before it finally decides, okay, I've released enough gas that you can open me safely. It's insane. But holy shit, it's good. Oh, it's raining. Jesus Christ. What was that noise? Oh, fuck. This bitch. Count off. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Shifu, 99 callouts. All 99 members are most likely here unaccounted for, sir. Hey, you. Yeah, you. The second number 1 from my right. Sir, yes, sir. Here. A birthday present for you. What? Shifu, I didn't know that you knew all of our birthdays. What a kind heart you have. Shifu, you are more of a man than will ever be, sir. I'm really sorry, but it's not my birthday. Lang Zi says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels a disciplinary bite of an elder. That present isn't for you. It's for your younger brother's wife's younger brother. Tell him I said hi, and happy birthday, won't you? Yes, sir. It's probably not. It's still going. It's still releasing gas. Shifu, I can't believe you remember that much about each of us. Shifu, hi. I'm so moved that I can't stop crying. I should probably leave them to their alone time. Alright, meeting's over. Everyone head for your posts. Oh, it's raining kind of hard. Dismissed, sir. Still very much releasing gas. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand why, like, this drink of all things is, like, this carbonated. Like, it's carbonated to the point that, like, literally, when you, okay, think about this. When you crack open a soda, like, the stuff that comes to the top isn't soda, right? It's the foam. It's the carbonation. All the bubbles just, like, rise to the top, and the bubbles are what come out. It doesn't, like, push the soda itself out. When I crack this open, the water literally rises. Like, the level of water in the bottle rises, and I don't understand it. The physics, the idea of the carbonation in this market pantry sparkling water beverage doesn't make any fucking sense to me, but holy shit is it good. I fucking can't, man. Why is there so much? Yo, you guys were here the whole time? I got a call from Sheena and she's already filled me in. Sounds like you're out to get in my way again. I have absolutely no intention of interrupting your investigation. I simply request that you grant me permission to investigate the Alabastian embassy. Huh. And what if I say no? Agent Lang, this man is my subordinate. As I have received permission from the ambassador, he is to be extended the same rights. Sorry, sis, but it's not that simple. Alabasta is the strictest immigration regulations in the world, or didn't you know? Even among my elite men, about only half of them were admitted into the country. Besides, any more cooks in the kitchen, and we might spoil the soup, if you get what I mean. How dare you make such assumptions? Don't take this the wrong way, but I thought I was in charge of Alabast, Miss Von Karma. Look, try to understand, okay? Things over in Alabast are a bit of a mess right now. What do you mean by a bit of a mess? No one told you? We had an incident in Alabast as well. This is what we call a decision based on the investigation, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, Wolfie, just let us in already. What the fuck is going on? Who's that? Who the fuck are these people? Well, this guy's ancient. Not really. Just having a discussion about whether or not to let these guys in. Ambassador Alba, I ask that you please allow these people to join the investigation.
Having a debate because of my country. I'm terribly sorry for placing you good people in that kind of situation. It is all because I lack the strength to govern well.
Please. It is nothing of the sort, Ambassador.
You weakling, Quackus, curse your frailty and inability to effect change in your country.
What are you?
The thing is, investigations conducted in my country have been under Agent Lang. And it is my judgment that in order to minimize disruption in the investigation, I should leave everything up to Agent Lang.
There, you see? Oh, no way! Oh, fuck. Ambassador Alba, I ask you to please reconsider letting them into Alabast.
What's that?
My very own secretary has been murdered in the Babylonis embassy, and he was apparently caught up in some very shady dealings, completely unbeknownst to me. So I ask for your cooperation in our investigation. These aren't much, but I hope they can cover your travel expenses to Babal someday. Alright, I get it. Even if you beg Ambassador Alba, I still have to give the final okay anyway. Alright, you hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? We're in! Not so fast, my little crow girl. There's still a witness in the Babel murder. So I'd like you to please stay in the Republic of Babal. Detective Gumshoe, please take good care of Cave for me. Yes, sir! Sounds good to me. The fewer troublemakers, the better. What the fuck is rasp? What does that mean? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? So I wanted to ask for a while now, but that lady over there, is she who I think she is? Ah, that's right. I didn't introduce the two of you yet. Franziska von Kamm is a prosecutorial protege. It's nice to see you again. Oh, I knew it. You're the whip lady. You may address me as Miss Von Karma. Miss Von Karma, I leave the investigation of Alabast in your hands. Thanks. Rest assured, I will outsmart both the smuggling ring and the Argarasu. The smuggling ring, huh? Perhaps I should ask Francisco a bit more about them before I head into Alabast. Ah, and I mustn't forget to thank Ambassador Palaiano for all that he has done for me. Fuck Palaiano. Holy shit, it's raining hard. Oh my god, are you serious? It's still going. I still can't open it because it's gonna overflow. I just want a drink of my peach mango. Oh fuck! Oh, that was almost really bad. Woo! I thought it was done, so I cracked it open just quickly, and it almost shot out. Ambassador Paleno, I am in your debt. No, it's nothing. Because it's about all I can do for you, I'm afraid. I only ask that you please bring Manny's killer to justice. I will, Ambassador. On my honor. Wow, you're so sensational. You've really piqued my curiosity. I know they aren't much, but know that I'm giving them to you wholeheartedly. No, that's quite alright. Oh, well, how about this then? And what exactly is it? It's fountain pen ink. Known as Babalese ink, it's made exclusively in Babel. So this is Babalese ink. We make it from wheat crystal oil, which is mined from our mineral mines. Please accept this ink. One dip of your fountain pen in this, and you can write for hours in your organizer. How fortunate for me. The ink in my pen just happened to have run out. I gladly accept your gracious gift. I'm not going to use it. It's going to be evidence that I'm not going to be able to use it. Great! Wonderful! I guarantee to you that writing with ink is an unforgettable experience. And since we don't export it, if you run out, you're always welcome to come and visit our free nation. Talk about cornering the customer along with the market. You've made so much progress in your investigation in such a short period of time. Come on, don't do this to me. And we get a sippy, baby. It's still rising. Every time I crack it open, it rises. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense that all of a sudden there's more water. It doesn't make sense that all of a sudden there's more water in the bottle. It simply does not make sense. There should be a finite amount of liquid in there. Is the water getting displaced by literally how many bubbles are in there? That's crazy. I didn't even realize that was possible. Is it rising still? Fuck off, man. I just want a drink. I just want a little sippy. Okay, it looks like it's going down, and I think I am ready for my first little sippy of my good old drink. How long was it? When did I start talking about these? Mmm! Delicious. Oh. Target, sponsor me. Specifically this drink, sponsor me. I do not give a fuck about Target. You've made so much progress in your investigation in such a short period of time. It's truly amazing. Agent Hicks, whose help I had requested, was cut down before he completed his task. There's no room for further failure in my perfect investigation. In spite of that, I believe you were able to obtain some insight into the ring, correct? It was nothing. I simply made some deductions based on the smuggled item I was following. You mean the Babalese ink. But why are there restrictions on the export of Babalese ink to begin with? That's classified info. Franziska, as your subordinate, I'm a part of your investigation now. Don't you think it would be beneficial if I was as well informed as you? Point taken. Very well, I'll fill you in. Woo! I don't know, it came over me. Recently, we discovered some very well-made counterfeit bills circulating in Zingfa. Counterfeit bills? Yes. As you may have deduced, the counterfeits are being made with Babel's special Babalese ink. And it's virtually impossible to distinguish bills made with Babalese ink from real ones. Thus, it was only natural for Interpol to keep an eye on the Republic of Babel. Information updated. Well, that's where this document comes into play, correct? What if I made Edgeworth Southern? What if that was like the voice I had gone with for him? Correct. Mr. Kuchev was smuggling large amounts of Babalese ink. Furthermore, he was charged with rendering the embassy's printing equipment. That's all the evidence I need to know that he was the head of smuggling ring. However, there remains one tiny problem. Let me guess. You still have yet to find the counterfeit bills or the smuggled ink. Yes, and while we're listing things, I might as well add the counterfeit plates to the pile. Since we haven't been able to locate any of these items in the Babalese embassy, we're looking into the Alabastian embassy next. It doesn't matter where they're hidden, mark my words, I will find them. Well, shall we get going? Oh, fuck off. Oh. What's wrong, Kay? I didn't get permission to enter Alabast, so we're gonna go gather whatever info we can over on the Babalese side, okay? Alright, I'm counting on you two. Right, and I'm counting on you and Miss Von Komen to sniff out clues in Alabast. Oh, and Mr. Edgeworth, if you happen to come across my phone, you let me know, okay? If you tell me, I'll rush on over straight away, no matter where you are. I don't think that's possible. I'll let you know when the time comes. Because that's the best I can do. I'm not going to have you illegally immigrate. Well, there's this statue again. Oh, fuck. What do you think you're doing to my subordinate? You're... Oh my fucking god. You're joking me. No. Why are only the shitty characters coming back? Please, God, save me from this hell that I've entered. Cam, are you here? Look who it is. Look who it is. Ugh, anyone but him. Fuck off. Edgy. Oh, thank the heavens you're here. I'm in a really, really big pickle, your lordship. The raven, it appeared, poof, and then disappeared, swoosh. And though I am the steel samurai, my sword, well, I'm so confused. I don't know what anything means anymore. Who is this fruitcake? Oh, Franziska, that's homophobic. You can't say that. I'm Larry of the House of Butts. Married man of New Old Tokyo, milady. Fuck off. Now that I remember, this person is one of your friends, isn't he, Miles? Yes, frighteningly enough he is. Hey, what's up with that answer? Your best bud is in a bind, and you act like it's no big deal. What sort of bind are we talking about here? The suspect kind. I accidentally became a suspect in a murder. I see. That is quite the bind. Not that we're in the least bit surprised. Yes, I pretty much expected this news. From the instant I saw this unlucky face. His name is Larry Butts. I've known him since grade school, and for as long as I've known him, he has been the world's largest source of trouble with a capital T. Hey, what kind of introduction is that? You're so mean, Edgy. If you're not careful, you might find your tiny number of friends go down by one. That was uncalled for. Besides, you're... Wait, hold on. Larry, it was you? You're the one who wrote my Steel Samurai autograph? Huh? Oh, you didn't notice earlier? I even winked at you through my headpiece. What's going on? And why are you betrayed? Sorry, but could you not speak to me right now? Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting a comical yet melodramatic play? Aha. So this is the incident you mentioned earlier. Mr. Prosecutor, this man, this childhood friend of yours, is our prime suspect. Of what, you ask? of the murder of a man who had snuck into this embassy, masked to Mask 2. Mask to Mask 2. Well, that's certainly not Ron. Only Larry could get himself into yet another mess as fine as this. But no matter what the facts seem to say, Larry is not the type to commit murder. Still, it's a rather daunting stroke of misfortune I've struck. I have to prove that Larry Butts is innocent of all wrongdoing. Shifu, we have identified the victim. Good work. We'll take the report now. Agent Lang, would you mind if I take a peek at it as well? What did I tell you earlier, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't get in my way. There's only enough flesh here to feed one wolf, and that one is me. So no, you may not take a peek. But Agent Lang. Oh God. So many of these raspy shitfuck voices. Agent Lang, will you allow an investigator such as myself to take a look? Yes, of course. You, let the detective see the file. You're Detective Bad. You're the prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth, right? Fancy meeting you here, Detective. You weren't expecting me. Ever since that day 7 years ago, I've chased after the Yadagarsu non-stop. I even pressured Interpol into keeping me in the loop in case a card was ever found. What incredible dedication to the case. Detective Bad knows the Yadagarsu's M.O. very well, and his passion for the chase hasn't died down in these 7 long years. It's something I can respect. But Detective Bad, I must ask, are you gonna make an ally out of this prosecutor? My only goal is to arrest the Yadagarsu. If he can get to the bottom of this case, then I'm willing to share info with him. I am in your debt, Detective Bad. About the murder of Damask 2, would you be willing to fill me in on a few of the details? When the Yadagarsu showed up, Agent Lang and I took ourselves off guard duty and put ourselves in charge of directing things at this crime scene. Taking advantage of the chaos, Damask 2, he broke into this embassy. Probably to steal some treasure or another. I suppose he lost his life when he was forced to fight someone else in his room. Not Larry. Larry wouldn't win a fight if the other person was fucking tied up. Why exactly was that man placed under arrest, Detective? That samurai. He was born looking suspicious, but not for the reasons you suspect, I assure you. As you can plainly see, he's completely harmless. Well, it was just a random guess. It's not like he's actually under arrest. Tonight, here at the Alabastian Embassy, Ambassador Alba was to give a commemorative speech, and that's when the Yadagarsu showed. But keep in mind, the Yadagarsu isn't who I'm talking about right now. Those seats for the guests who had been called to sit in them were empty. A no-show. Who was it that failed to take their seat? The Steel Samurai. Until the speech was to begin, each member of the entire Steel Samurai family was to wait in a separate room. However, for some weird reason, that man was spotted in a different location than his assigned room at that time. And where was he? He was on the roof, with one of his legs down a chimney. That chimney leads directly into this room. Larry Butts, you've really outdone yourself this time. What were you thinking? In any case, I believe it's high time for me to start my investigation. There's some weapons on display on this wall. A crossbow, and under that, a set of knives bearing a flower motif. It must be the counterparts of the Babalese knives, which means the blades inside these scabbards should match the blade that was used to kill Mr. Cochin. Knives adorned with flowers are on display here. Check the fucking blades, man. One of the knives is missing its blade. Let's see if the two pieces, the blade and handle, fit each other. It would appear as they fit together quite well, almost seamlessly. Then this means that an alabaster knife did find its way into Babal. But how? Oh, fuck. I don't know why I'm coughing all of a sudden. What happened? Also, BRB, I'm gonna go pee. Just a light drizzle now. Let me send a quick text to my dearly beloved and say, hey, it's raining. It's been raining for a bit now. Please be safe out there. Okay, why is there a weapon on display in a place like this? I wonder why there are no VIPs on display here. This is that, fuckers. It's the Steel Samurai's primary weapon, the Samurai Spear. Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing. It's sleek and shiny, just like my heart. It comes at you like whoosh when you hold it. And when you hold it, you just want to live life like BAM! You do well to watch what you say, Larry. Although it is just as Larry says, the spear is quite the symbol of valor. However, speaking of spears, aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the point straight into your opponent? I'm not entirely convinced the spear is up to the task. What's wrong, Edgy? You're just staring off into the distance. I get it. Tell you what, I'll tell the studio to make you one, okay? But this one's mine. Did I say anything about wanting one? Maybe I can shut him up if I show him the piece of evidence. I will point something out about this spear.